Well, let me know if you're not hearing me. What an honor it is to stand here this morning. As I created this message for you, the excitement was building. This is a sacred place. Last week, many of us gathered here to hear the story of the birth of Unity Grand Valley. And Judian and the other board members beautifully laid out the truth and the teachings that we strive to emulate in this place and to bring to everybody, to give you the opportunity to create in yourselves a sacred life. It's a story of hearts reaching out and hands coming together to create a place, this place, where many of us have found a spiritual home and a spiritual family. The power of community and the power of love is everywhere in that story. Recently, I've just happened to see on the news 3 or 4 times just this week reports on the important elements to have in your life to increase health and longevity. And every single time, the power of community connection is mentioned. I also came upon this story of some people that lived in an assisted living center. And it was the kind of center where each had their own small apartment, but they came together for meals in a common area. So one morning, one of the residents didn't show up. And the folks that were closest to him thought, where is Sam? Not related to you, Samuel. And so,
but somewhat.
Probably, yes, you're right. So anyway, one of the ladies went up to his room and knocked and said, are you coming to breakfast? And she could hear him in there. And he said, I'm coming. I'm just running a little late, but I'll be down. So she went back to the dining area, and an hour later, he still hadn't shown up. So she went to go find him, and she found him coming down the stairs very slowly and deliberately, holding on to the handrail for dear life. And she said, Sam, what's wrong? Let me call an ambulance. Something's not right. No, I just want to get down and have my breakfast. So he did. He came down, he had his breakfast, but at the end of breakfast, when he went to go up the stairs, he could barely manage to get up the first step. So she told him, I'm going to call you an ambulance. And even though he told her no, he wasn't in any pain, she called the ambulance and they took him to the hospital. A little while later, concerned about his welfare, they called the hospital and said, is Sam all right? And they were told, he's really just fine. Nothing's wrong. He just had both his legs in one side of his boxer shorts. So, folks, we're here for you. So as I started to research the benefits of community, I found that there's much agreement on the basic elements and that alignment with a community of like-minded people can bring you. The first is encouragement. Life trips us up, every one of us. And we need people around us to help remind us of our true potential and our true strength. When we answer the call to share our gifts with the community is enriched, and we feel our value. So everyone is enriched. We once again connect with the presence, the overriding goodness that guides all of us, that connects us with the love in ourselves and in our environment. The encouragement is always to open, to expand. If we have been wounded, which each of us has, the tendency is to shut down. The community can offer you a place of safety where you can feel empowered to open and once again express your true potential, putting down your defenses, beginning to breathe again. Healing follows. The second element might be support. Life happens, the good and the bad and the unthinkable. It's vital to have people around to help you move through these times. Even if you're very introverted, those people are gently walking beside you. Whether it's a physical, emotional, or a spiritual challenge, the community enfolds you in the energy of love. I've experienced this in a very profound way in my life, and I'm sure some of you have also. A number of years ago, after moving, changing jobs, generally just trying to find my place and get my feet under me, I was faced with the loss of my oldest daughter. She was a lovely soul who seemed to be succeeding in every way in her life. Kim was my friend, a companion, a confidant, and a teacher. When faced with the challenge of dealing with the loss of Kim, some of my first words were, God, I don't know how to do this. I know now that none of us knows how to do that. None of us knows how to walk through these challenges that can just come so unexpectedly. I pray that none of you ever faces such an unimaginable loss. However, with this community around you, I know that you will have the experience that I had. You'll get up, you'll put one foot in front of the other. And that's all it takes. And you'll walk your way out of it stronger than you were before. The community brings love, prayers, support, nourishment, everything you need is contained here and available to you if you open your heart. This community will offer that support, I have no doubt, which is a tremendous thing when walking through a dark night of the soul. Third element might be challenge. A community can challenge you to become a better person. Every time I'm called to stand before you, that challenge is there, but I know that the challenge will be met. And I know it for you. The community helps you whether you need to develop a new talent, a new skill, a new expansion of your heart, whatever you need to rise from the dark place. Sometimes we need honest, open, tough love to show us where we might need to face where we are getting in our own way. Just the presence of others, reaching out, lifts us. There's many times when I dragged myself to church. Not here, but in years past when I was facing, literally. And then I walked out, and beautiful Susan told us about this. She said she's never come and not felt uplifted. It just, transforms your energy no matter what. No matter if you participate, if you sit there silently, there's love, there's energy, there's so much in the room that is invisible yet palpable. We know that we're not alone. No matter what misstep we might have made, no matter what circumstances have befallen us, the community reaches in, loosens the tight hold we sometimes have on our pain. This is the miracle of fellowship. The fourth element is celebrate. Most of us are taught at an early age that it's not polite to talk about ourselves and our victories. That's all out the door here. We were taught it was better to cheer others and celebrate their victories. But in truth, we all need a support system. We all need personal cheerleaders. And that's what community gives us. And that gives us permission to celebrate ourselves. I'm sure many of you have already experienced the willingness to cheer, even for the small victories. And finally, I want to talk about gratitude. Perhaps the biggest benefit being a member of a community is the chance to participate, the opportunity for you to give of your talents. And in that process, we become more aware of our value. And then we are grateful. We feel that gratitude rise up spontaneously from within us, as well as from without. Helping and supporting others feeds your soul in a way nothing else can. When we experience and appreciate the goodness that emerges in community, we're filled with gratitude. A community gives us reasons to celebrate big and small things with other like-minded people who know the power of joy. You know, I've been a part of Unity for 38 years. I've experienced many different Unity communities. Some of them you know from the beginning. There's a family there, there's a welcoming, there's a friendship, there's an unfolding of yourself. And many of us, probably most of us, are here today having had that experience. And I've also been to communities where I don't feel that connection, where I didn't feel like that was my place, my home. This community, Unity Grand Valley, for me, and I think for many of you that I've spoken to, has been a place of connection. A place where we have felt welcomed, celebrated, honored. We have felt the gratitude of others for our presence. And we laugh freely. Isn't that the best? Laughter opens us and our spirit expands. We just let go of all those hard little places where our energy gets stuck. We laugh. This is particularly evident in this community. We know that there's a great power working through us and with us that draws everything, draws all our experiences according to our own consciousness. So I invite you today to give thanks that Divine Spirit has brought you here. This is a moment to celebrate our divinity. Last week we were reminded that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We were reminded that we are drawn together by the Divine Spirit in unity and love. So rejoice. Rejoice if you have found a place here that feels like home. Cherish that gift. Being a part of a community is somewhat like being part of a family. In a family, hopefully we find belonging, comfort, and care. Ideally, a family nurtures you with unconditional love. But some haven't had that experience. Some have had a different experience that hasn't been so comfortable. as adults, we have a choice to come to a place where our true meaning of family and the true meaning of unconditional love embraces us. Many of us have found a home here at Unity coming from a different tradition. Perhaps we were raised in something that served us, and then we came to a point where we wanted to expand. We wanted something more. This is the beauty of Divine Spirit working in and through us. And I believe it's what drew us all to this place at this time. Many of us have found a home here at Unity and have grown into a different consciousness and learned spiritual teachings that resonated with our being. We understand that, and we always offer love. We understand, and our intention is to create a place of true refuge for your soul in this place of safety and love, where we all have the intention of growth. And where there's growth, there's life. The power of true community that we're all offered is that place where you feel all the elements of love and nutrition, everything that feeds your soul, we offer to you in a community. So, I invite you to hold this sacred, that you are here today in this time, in this place, and to join in the celebration of what brought you to this place. We will stand with you. We are here for you. We will walk with you. And maybe watch out so that you don't experience the crippling effect of putting both legs in one side of your underwear. I usually end with namaste. I see the divine in each and every one of you.